It's called Thunder in the Valley, and it is a well-deserved name. Whenever the Outlaw Pulling Series wheels into Rock Valley, Iowa, you can be sure that the ground will shake and the air will vibrate with the roar of diesel engines straining at full throttle. The action is intense, and two of the top tractors classes are coming up next.
In the heart of the Midwest, there's a band of modern-day marauders. Mounted atop their beasts, they line up to throw down. They are outlaws.
Welcome to Rock Valley, Iowa, and the Outlaws Pulling Series. This is a great look at one of the super tracks in the sport of pulling, over 100 yards of highly challenging turf. I'm Claude Wood, and Dave Bennett, Rick Carlson, and I will be bringing today's action. So, Dave, how does the pulling sled work?
Well, from the starting line, the weight box is over the rear tires. As the pulling machine goes down the track, the turning of the tires pulls the weight box to the front, transferring the weight off the rear tires onto the skid pan, and gets the heavy, you ain't going no farther.
Well, that's the 101. Let's see if it works in the dirt. This is Trevor Spinner. He drives Dirt Slingin' Demonstrator.
Dirt Slingin' Demonstrator. Notice the gold hood. Back in the day when Case IH come out with this series of tractor, they had demonstrators. And so we got Dirt Slingin' Demonstrator. He's going to start the show off. Little bit of a bounce, a little heavy on the front end, and he's going to make the mark of 3:08 and 27.
First puller, Dave, there's always that unknown element concerning the track.
It is for a fact. How tight does the track going to be for a class that weighs like this, the tire pressure? And that's the reason why the first puller has the option take and or refuse. He could have turned that pull down and made some changes, but he didn't do it.
Eric Clark is your defending points champion. He drives Rackham.
Yeah, he's got the target on his back. Everybody's going to be gunning at him this whole season long. John Deere took home all the goodie last year. He wants to do it again this year. Oh, look at that ground speed. Giddy up, go to the other end. 3:31 and 15, a commanding lead. What a deal.
So we go to the replay. Let's see if we can see. About a third of the way down the track, it was wheels up.
It was for a fact, and that is when them tires locked to the track, and that's when he just slug shot. That ground speed was awesome right there. He has got to be very, very happy about that. Let's go down to Rick Carlson and find out how happy he is.
Hey, that's a pretty stout number.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a whole lot of stout tractors behind me, but we're pretty happy with it. Yeah, not sure there was much we could have done a whole lot different, but we're excited about the way it turned out.
Trent Grimes is one of the young drivers on the circuit today. Just another buck.
Oh, the young man alive. You'll have to look at that on the replay. And was he aggressive on the clutch? That tractor just didn't know what was going on, but takes it way on down the line. That aggressive start, 3:40 and 61. You can't pick that, but watch this aggressive start.
Well, Dave, let's just say he's building on some information for the future.
Yeah, you don't want to be that hard on the clutch. You've seen that sled jerk. You've seen that weight box jerk. He could have actually got, I think, a little more footage out of that run if he had slid the clutch a little bit.
Trent just kept going and going.
Yeah, it felt good. I didn't come off the line quite right, but it hooked up, and this is our first pass of the year. We've been having issues on the dyno, but thanks to Joe Bush Ag Repair, they finally got us back and going, and hopefully running strong. So it was fun.
Tim Dunclow is our next puller. He's out of Arlington, Nebraska. He drives Ground Force.
Oh, the Ground Force machine. You see that air horn in the front. He wants to cram as much air into that turbo as he can as he goes down the track, because that's the air intake to the turbo. Straight, clean, powerful. Making the flagman back up, that's always a good sign. Moves him into second place by 0.7 of a foot. What a nice pass.
And the crowd liking that. That will bring up David Jones from Stewartsville, Missouri, blowing bucks.
Yeah, I love the name of. There's another aggressive start on the line. These boys they're thinking this traction on this track might be a little bit looser. Uncommon to see 2 or 3 of them jerk on the starting line like that. But he recovered pretty nice. He recovered nice enough. Maybe jerking on the starting line is what it's going to take. He goes into the lead at 3:46 and 77.
We go to the replay. That's his right hand on the throttle.
Right hand is on the throttle all the way down, wide open. And you normally want to slide the clutch where you got a smooth takeoff. But these boys this class has turned into a drag race. Let's dump the clutch on the starting line.
Now changing from John Deere green to International Harvester red. This is a 1066. This is a rock-solid standard. Jonathan Wycamp doing the driving.
Yeah, the 1066s, they just pretty well set the benchmark in pulling years ago. This one right here proving that it's just, he run out of ponies. Went down too hard, too fast, 290.77. The Red Rascal had a problem there at the end.
Go to the leaderboard. It's all John Deere. First, second, third, and fourth place. The Case International Harvester right now in fifth place.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by Extreme Performance Tire Cutting, Be Supreme, by Extreme, Will Cross Seed, good product, good prices, good service. Sapp Brothers, visit one of our 16 full-service truck stops today. And by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology.
Welcome back to Rock Valley, Iowa, and the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. Our next puller is Brady Gosler. He drives Spare Time, and he's a farmer and fertilizer salesman. Well, in his full time, really, Dave.
Yeah, when he ain't doing nothing else. You gotta like the looks of the old style John Deere, the 4010, 4020 series, always a standard look. A nice pass, got there in a hurry, picked a tall gear, used all of his ponies, and goes 3:48 and 70. New leader by just under 2 feet. A sweet pass right here.
Now, on the replay, you said he picked a tall gear. What tells you that?
The ground speed, how fast the tires are turning, how quick it took him to get there and run out of ponies at the end. Let's go down to Rick Carlson.
Brady, that's a keeper.
That is a good pass, but there's a lot of really good internationals behind us, and we've been having troubles with them all season, so we'll see what happens.
And here's one of those internationals, Brad Yankee. This is a 1066.
Internationals, as we said earlier, the standard in the class. You got to watch out for them all the time. The John Deere boys are aware of them. Man out of Windside, Nebraska, new tractor for the season. These guys are getting up and motivating down the track using all their ponies, but like a little bit. 3:17.67 goes into sixth place.
And the crowd appreciates that. Yeah, a lot of brand loyalty here today, too. Here is Tim Grody driving Fear the Fawn.
You seen that horseshoe he was taking off of the roll cage right there, one of the safety aspects. Every puller that goes down the track got to have that horseshoe around their neck in case there's a violent wreck of some kind. Saves their head, saves their neck from getting damaged. Fear the Fawn, another one of the boys that's kind of choking down on the end, using all the power that he had. 3:17 and 40.
You can tell on the replay from the back of the sled, this is a very smooth ride on the clutch.
Oh, it was. He come off the line just so smooth, got his ground speed, picked it up, just went down to the other end. Just almost a picture-perfect pass.
Alan Shellum is your defending Rock Valley champion. He won 2 days here in 2014.
Well, he ought to know what the track's all about. He ought to have the experience. He ought to have it in his record book of what he done last year. So let's see what he can do here. Motor Dog just a little bit on the starting line. Oh, look at the wrinkle in those rear tires. That is traction getting a hold as he goes 3:14 and 31.
As we look at the replay, Dave, he went to the left side. Was that driver or was that track or both?
Well, you take a look, the front end's up in the air right there. His tires is not, I'm going to say that the tractor, the way the track was, just took him over to that side. And he's having to fight it just a little bit, and that's what cost him the distance.
Our next puller is Brad Campbell. He's a rancher and works in the trucking industry.
Right hand on the throttle, left hand on the clutch, International on the track. Smooth, whoa, I started to say smooth takeoff. It was a smooth takeoff outside of the fact that we just went hard right, and he had to hit the brakes, and that's going to cost him big time. A distance of 3:15 and 17, not where he wanted to be.
Looked to me like, Dave, he was on the brakes for at least halfway down the track.
Right here, when it went up in there and he started hard right, he hit the brakes real aggressive. He steered it with the brakes. There wasn't no steering wheel bringing it back. That was a left-hand brake, and he's still hitting the brakes trying to hold it in bounds.
Here's another one of our young drivers, also a student. This is Matthew Vogelsmeyer.
Young man out of Sweet Springs, Missouri. The Outlaws does a show in Sweet Springs. This man helped put it on with his family. Great job. And running a D21, you don't see many D21s, airflow through the motor, using the whole track. He just decided to use the whole thing. He still goes 295 and 60.
As we check out the leaderboard, it's all green through the top 5 spots. Red branded tractor, 6th, 8th, and 10th. We'll see what happens the rest of the day. And shooting at the leaderboard, this is Travis Steen. Can he keep his winning streak alive? The light limited pro stock tractor class, we have seen a lot of strong tractors pull, and there's still more to come. Welcome back to Rock Valley. We mentioned Travis Steen earlier. Rick Carlson has more on him.
It's tough to get a hot streak going, and when you can pick up wins 3 or 4 in a row, Travis Steen sizzling right now.
We are doing pretty good. We started out the winter season with a win, and then we started out the summer season with 4 in a row. So it's been a pretty good streak.
Is this the first year that you're chasing points?
Yes, this is. We were kind of on the fence if we were going to really chase them or not. Then when we started out that hot, we kind of fell right in the middle of the oven and had to keep after it.
Is it a family affair?
Oh yeah, yep. My dad and mom follow me around, and the name that's on the tractor is actually after my grandpa. So he got me started, so I put his name on the tractor.
Well, we'll see how Big Red does. Travis is a farmer and runs a custom spraying business.
Up in South Dakota, Alcester, South Dakota, this is the guy to deal with. This is the guy that has already showed his hand, said, guys, I'm the one you got to beat. Front end settled down a little quick. Oh, man, did that track get a hold of him? Got a hold of him hard at 3:16 and 10. He just sits in 8th place.
On the replay, when the track got a hold of him, Dave, was that only in one place, or is it all the way down in that groove?
No, I think it's down on the big end of the track because he had a good takeoff. But see that bounce starting right there? That's where that track reached up and got a hold of him hard.
Travis, the track going away or just getting better?
Both. Track definitely changed. It's got more bite, taking a little more power. Just didn't quite get there.
This is Wes Neiman. He's out of B, Nebraska, and he calls his tractor Always Something.
Well, that's what it is in the sport of pulling. It's always something. You either need more power or always something to get more power. And this man out of Nebraska pulls 2 or 3 different associations. Oh, he could have used some more power. You heard that motor go down at 293 and 58.
I didn't really see much from the track, though, so it was a case of just not having enough horsepower.
See a little light on the front end right there. That unloaded the tires when the wheelie bars hit. Then when it settled down, and as we said earlier, that track's getting a hold of him down on the big end. It showed it right there.
Crazy 8, this is Denny Grody, and his family actually has both John Deere and International.
We're going to see both Grodys here with both different machines. International John Deere, about a Dunlop eye with the Crazy 8. Front end just skipping. Tires wrinkling. Power coming in, but that motor did not give up. You see the sled slanted a little bit right there. He goes 3:15 even. Cost him a little distance by zigging.
Well, early on, I think you see the wheels come straight up. That was crazy.
Yeah, he got a little high, but he got a hold of the track. I like the part that motor did not give up. Anytime you see a pulling motor just keep digging, you got to love it.
Our last puller in the class is Jared Hagena. Boy, talk about brand loyalty. He calls it Forever Green.
Forever Green. There's a lot of things called Forever Green, but this pulling tractor, big and heavy duty, the 4520, one of the series you don't see very many of on the sport, but hey, nice looking machine. Got them weights as far out in front as he can. Another one of those machines that the motor never give up, and it didn't give up till it got to 4th place by 48/100ths of a foot.
Forever Green, he ends up in 4th place on the final results board, 1 through 6. Look at that. It's all green John Deere.
Brady had held on.
It held up. I didn't think it was going to. The track started going away. Sometimes you just get the luck of the draw.
When we come back, the blue skies turn black with the diesel super stocks. Stay with us.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Precision Turbo, the world's foremost manufacturer of high-performance aftermarket turbochargers. VP Racing, the world leader in race fuel technology. And by Steel Rubber, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping.
Welcome back to Rock Valley, Iowa, and the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. The Diesel Super Stock Class. This is Roger Peterson. He doesn't pull with the Outlaws very much, but making a special trip to Rock Valley today.
Man comes out of Minnesota, and you don't drive from Minnesota to take last place. He's the first puller in the class. Get up and boogie. Front end skipping a little bit. Kind of settled down a little hard, a little fast. Fuller. Settled down pretty hard and fast. He goes a distance of 3:27.82. Take a look right here, Claude. He does a little zigzag. You'll notice the sled does a dive. That hurt him pretty hard.
Yeah, on the replay, he used up a good part of that track.
Yeah, you don't like to make that kind of a distance. Let's go down to Rick Carlson, kind of see what this man has to say about his pull.
From the outside looking at it, I don't think you could have done anything different. That was beautiful.
A little heavy on the front end. That'd be the only thing I'd change.
David Anderson drives Anderson Farms. This is a new tractor for this year.
A new setup underneath that sheet metal, that's for a fact. Man's got different ponies. A lot of changes now. You got to keep in mind, Rock Valley, kind of the biggest show at the first of the season. These boys are bringing out all the heavy iron, new machines, new iron. This one settled down on the front end a little hard, a little fast, too. 260.61. He's still running. He'll be happy.
Is set up there, double stacks on top of the hood, and you see the smoke turn from white to black. That's a good sign.
That is a good sign. Double stacks tells you that we got more turbochargers underneath that hood, bigger turbochargers. That's where the ponies come from.
And that'll bring up hot stuff, driven by Richard Cool. This is another rebuilt tractor, new for this year.
Just like Anderson Farms, this man, Richard Cool out of Henderson, Iowa, put more ponies under the hood this year. Learning how to drive them, going to have to re-weight the tractor. Notice how he's bouncing around right there. That's just a weight distribution problem that he'll have to fix to match his horsepower.
Well, Dave, it's one thing to have a lot of horsepower, but effectively getting it to the ground, that's another issue.
It is for a fact. When you come out with a whole new setup, you've driven this tractor for many years, you knew what you was doing. Now you got more ponies, you got to figure out how to balance those ponies.
Matt Goodwin coming up next. He has won a lot of points championships. No wonder he's an intimidator.
Yeah, the Superman's the nickname. The Case IH tractor, look at that smoke. Look at the power coming out of them stacks. Spin and grin. Let's go to the other end. Just a beautiful balance job. Great tire speed. Great distance. Burning in. He's going to settle for second place right now. 3:22.55. And Claude, on this replay, this is ones you love to watch.
It looked like just everything came together, beginning with driver finesse. The tractor was there with horsepower, and the track was really working for him.
It was for a fact. When you say all that, and you say, well, he just finished, he's setting in number 2 right now. What about it? Well, that's still a beautiful pass.
And the crowd enjoying that. Well, here is a very rare tractor. This is an ADCO. He calls it Blackjack 21, Michael Schultz.
Michael Schultz, all the character he is. It's a brand new tractor. You don't see that many AGCO tractors on the track. Proud to see the man out with a new tractor. Giddy up, go, let's go. Oh, Jiminy Christmas, something turned loose and it was right under his feet. I think we got a clutch issue is what I'm going to bet. Crowd wondering what's going on as well. Let's go down to Rick Carlson and see what Mike had to say about it.
Michael, not quite what you were after.
No, sir, nope. Something's letting loose, maybe in the clutch or something. Acted like it wanted to let loose and overwrap a little bit, so I just had to get out of it.
Dennis Sykes being backed up by his brother Dale on one of the most blinged out tractors out here.
One of the special things about your tractor is we see the pinstriping, all the trim, the metal flake in it. You've got a lot of time involved. We see some plain tractors, but yours stands out.
Last summer, we blew it up and we split the block the long way in Bethel, Missouri. So the hood is all new, and when we put the sparklies in it this time, we went a little bit more. We went a little bolder on the graphics. We did a little bit more pinstriping, put a little new decal on it, changed things a little bit to make it stand out. We like bling.
Yep, certainly looks great. But also, Dennis had 7 top 3 finishes in 2014. Dave, that says a lot.
Oh, this brother team is so hard, so fast in the past years. Just a joy to be around. They're always happy. Win, lose, they're always happy. He ain't going to be happy about that bouncing he took right there, kind of up and down bouncing. Not a good distance for the boys. 267 and 52. Not going to make him that happy today.
And that will bring up our final puller, Tyler Ulmer. He drives a tractor called Lost.
Tyler, the young man, father and son team. There's 2 tractors in the camp, and there's actually more tractors than that in this camp. They'll be coming out with more tractors all the time. You never know what they're going to bring. Oh, he's having to fight that sideline. He is really taken to the seat of the heavy super very good. He recovered really nice right there, but goes 3rd place at 284 and 22.
Checking out the final results, the top 2 just dominant all day long. Roger Peterson wins it from Minnesota. Matt Goodwin from Iowa, 2nd place, just dominating all day long. That'll put a wrap on it today from Rock Valley, Iowa. For Dave Bennett and Rick Carlson, Claude Wood, so long, everyone. See you next time.